Hey, good morning. Sorry if I look a little tired out. Um, Pretty much went out, did some crab, just, I guess the crab thing with some old friends of mine's. You got to get up early in the morning. Um, but I wanted to show y'all something. Wanted to show y'all something very interesting, just about how when people talk about you know that privilege or they when I talk about certain stuff about what happened to the black home or family or like they say or they talk about like the family or they ask a lot of questions, right? And I don't and you tell them that redlining was real, redlining actually happened. Now I'm gonna show you something crazy. You see that over there? That is the Citadel. That is the Citadel right there. The famous military building. A lot of them children from certain well-to-do families. They go there and they go be high-ranking military officers and everything. But look, I want to show you that how they spent the money for the city on that. Now this is crazy. Over here, behind me, this is the black community. $1 billion facility. I mean, multi-million dollar, billions of dollars spent in there. Everything, government contracts, all of that. Housing for blacks. As you can tell, these quarters are old. When I tell y'all redlining is real, you got women and children all right here. All right here. Right between it is a very nice, beautiful park. It's a beautiful park. What's going on, Jeff? This is Charleston. You know what I'm saying? This is Charleston, one of the oldest cities in South Carolina. What's going on, Jeff? And I'm just showing y'all why I work hard as I do. And I understand poverty very well. Because this right here, they will never be able to explain. And I always tell a lot of men and women, you got to fight your way out of this. Same, same person, same tax dollars. The rich and certain people will go over there. That's the Citadel. That's the Citadel. But you'll house minority children. See all that? There ain't no there's black and Latin children, predominantly black. What's going on, Rome? They will house them in there. See, now they're putting the Latin children in the black quarters. They're putting the Latins in the black quarters. You see a lot of. You need to understand that, man. This is going on for years. That they've had it to where, and they said, well, They could work and fight their way out of. Dude, some glass ceilings can never really be broken. The same adequate amount of resources were never properly being distributed. We've known this for years. And when you ask about why aren't they probably being allocated, I'm gonna do the stream real quick. Why they're not probably being allocated? Why aren't the buildings? Look at the buildings. The buildings haven't been up to they're not being up to date as they need to be. They're not probably being treated. All I'm saying is that these things can be looked at now. Somebody will say, well, B.M.T, what are you saying? I'm like, no, man. They were supposed to have been done, updated the funding long time ago. How is it that you can update the funding and build multi-million-dollar hotels around this community, but you never update the building structures? You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. At this point, you can't make this kind of stuff up. Look at the buildings. Look at the roof of the buildings. See, all right there. See those chimneys? Oh no, see, Jeff, you know where I'm at, bro. I'm in Charleston. From the water, the plumbing, these children grow up in this. Well, the mamas could have chose better. The fathers could do something, get them. Like I said, I know a lot about these places. There are certain things that are set up and put out there that some people have to fight their way uphill. And when you say things about this to other groups or people, or I'm gonna say straight up, when you watch other people, and this is not me coming at those from other countries, but it does feel frustrated sometimes when I do see certain people or groups that get to come in and they get more up to date. They get more up to date areas, buildings, treatment, food, water, plumbing, heating, and people that have been here for years don't even get that. And they'll say, well, we don't know what you're talking about. The same contractors are right down the street. How do you sign the checks for a government building, the Citadel? Jeff, you know what I'm saying is telling the truth. How do you fund the Citadel? But you can't fund the quarters. Can't make it up. How you doing? Good morning. You can't make this up. I told y'all, I understand certain systems way better than what people are yapping about online. This community was never built to succeed. Like, when I say that is, what I mean by that is that they put these people in this vacuum of less resources, so that way they could never truly succeed like that. I'm just telling you. Citadel's right there. Jeff and I will tell you, I tell no lies. Man, that's the welfare system. You don't think they don't? If you don't think they don't get that check, also, they're not getting certain checks from the government. Also, you're a fool. Oh man. Oh man. A lot of them. I can tell you right now. The College of Charleston. The College of Charleston. Um, I probably would say, hey, how far is the College of Charleston from here? How far is the College of Charleston from here?
Probably about 5 or 6 miles in North Charleston.
So 5 or 6 miles that way, and that's the Citadel right there.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
You want to see the roads? This is a school. This is the roads to this school in the black community. The road, partially underwater, road broke up. College of Charleston is that way. Like Jeff said, 10 minutes. Citadel is right there. Elementary school for little babies, right there. Can anybody explain to me where did the money go? What happened? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Not everybody, listen, don't, there is no equality when it comes to resources or distribution. I try to tell, but I also say a lot of y'all men don't use that. Some of y'all some type of men, y'all gonna have to fight harder, bro. Look at that road. Look at that road. This road is a piece of crap. Yeah, that's a good question. Permits and taxes. Well, I would ask the question, so where does the permits and the taxes go? Yeah, that's a good question. I heard you say they were put into a vacuum, but then all of them choose to be there. That's a good question that you ask, because we're not asking about choice, right? So if you're applying for government, right, for certain government funding, right? We're talking about funding. Both of them are getting paid by the same backer. The schools, Citadel, I showed you, College of Charleston's 10 minutes away from here and right here. You want to see something more effed up? See those nice hotels? Stop it. The city of Charleston knows where they're spending their money. So you would ask the question about choice. They're all paying taxes. Why is one child getting less porridge than the other? Now I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, that's their choice. So I pay taxes the same, but I don't get the same amount put back into my society. I'm just saying, you can't make this up. There's no way you can't make this up. Hold up. That's y'all projects, and they look better than ours. I don't know where you at, man. If you call this looks good, I mean, you're right there by the college. You're saying that looks good. Where at? That's a school. This is the road to a school. How does that look good? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. You can't tell me this looks good. That the same roads for the Citadel, right there. That's the Citadel. I can walk over there to the Citadel right now. That is one of the top schools in the country. And a school for babies does not get no. You can't even get the goddamn road fixed. Housing. We're not going to even talk about housing in quarters. So, where's the accountability when we ask, where's the money going? Where's the funding going? College of Charleston is right down there. This is one of the oldest cities. You can't tell me you jump past that. Compared to our projects, hell yeah, they look better. I'm not talking about the streets. I'm in Tennessee. Well, I don't know. I can't speak on Tennessee. Can't speak on that. Whether you live in that type of project area or not, yeah, this is redlining. This is 120% redlining. There should never be a reason why anybody should be comfortable with living in a dilapidated environment. Exactly. Thank you, Jeff. Citadel built 2 new buildings and got a repaved road. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the repavers went for this road. Like, where did they go? Good morning. Good morning, brother. Where did they go? Did they stop at just one school? I thought the road is public. So why would they only stop here, but they don't? Again, you got to ask the right questions. You got to ask the right questions. What's up, Bloom? What's up, Blue Marvel? Again, this is where we look at certain allocations of funding, of resources, and accountability is not being done properly by the city and states. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for how it is for everybody else, but I do see when other people come here and they'll say, hey, y'all get it together, right? And that's fine. I agree. You do need to get your stuff together. But if you're not given the proper tools, and you're not given the proper allocated funding, right? Again, and I'm not making, this is no excuse for people. I'm just pointing out, not everybody was given the same amount of choices. That's something that y'all, we have to start looking at. Not everybody was given the same amount of choices. This way, all right, like I said. Oh, am I Booker T? I don't know. Probably. I'm getting older now. Hey, Brett, do they ever update these buildings? Once upon a time? Huh? Oh. Oh, so they painted them. But the insides, huh? Townhomes? Okay. But those are quarters. Those are quarters. See? There you go. You got some history. These are quarters for, I forgot what they used to be. Well, they for their
Gasoline was made, I believe, in the 1960s.
so these are 1960s, and I don't want to say they were. No, they were for jail.
No, they were not. They were originally made for the Citadel housing,
Okay,
and the Citadel also just bought them out. So they are trying to move everyone out.
okay. So the Citadel bought the buildings out that the blacks are in,
But you gotta
and
understand too that housing was not meant for black people downtown. Black housing was meant for the middle class working white people. White people used to stay.
so okay. So the white people used to stay here,
Yes.
and they would you say it's like white flight when the blacks started moving in? Okay, so
Um, White people got hired. This became housing development.
yep. Like I said, I got to hit up my brother Super Mike, but I know he wants to look at these kind of things. But so these were never meant
For us.
for us. These were never meant for us. But and these are also owned by the Citadel. So that's why when I brought up the Citadel, and I say it's kind of ironic that one part of the Citadel gets fixed, but the other part of the Citadel that they have ownership on these buildings, they don't fix these buildings up. Yet they have children and women staying here. Now people say, well, it's a choice. Well, if you fill out the paperwork for funding for housing, right? That literally that was drafted for since COVID. Guess what they stick you? Over there. They stick you over there, and out of sight, out of mind. They don't fix the roads for where there's a school at for a school for babies. So I want you to understand that water that builds up on the road, that's from the sewage. That's from the sewage, correct? Yep.
From the wash, from the Ashley River.
That's from the.
Brittle Bank is right here
That's Brittle Bank, right over here.
on the other side.
Yeah, they got the damn wire and even
Yeah.
so
They hang. That's what hang.
so they just hang.
So as you see, it's high tide. So between high tide, we have all of these marshes here,
That's
and then Brittle Bank is on the other side.
it's over there.
All right. So all of this floods.
Right.
All of this floods. You see where those caution cones and stuff are?
Yeah.
That's
So right there, so I want you to understand. So I want you to understand. They put the women and children and elderly that are right here in these homes, but when it's a high tide storm, the water starts to raise up where they lay down at and sleep at. So it is not impossible for your house to possibly get flooded during high tide season. However, the government is very much aware where they stick the women and children, the elderly of certain diasporas. They know where they stick them. Which you understand, can't say they don't know because literally the Citadel is right there. That's literally a federal building right there. That is a federal building. And so their answer to that is to put cones up. Put cones to say, let everybody else know, don't come here. What's going on undercover? So what's going on underrated? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like my people started showing me a lot of this said stuff, man. Like they pull up multi-million-dollar hotels. They have games here, celebrities and all that shit come here, but you don't sold on the backside. I didn't know that's crazy. Usually the nicest things be around the black areas, and you know what they always do? They always kick them out of their housing, and what is it? Pay them out to go move somewhere else.
yeah. Because 9 times out of 10, if the Citadel had really bought this like they say they did, what's going to happen is out of the blue, a Section 8 housing choice voucher is going to come out. You see
Okay.
how they're putting people out left and right.
Yeah,
All over
I noticed that they're putting out the blacks out there.
anything small, housing will put you out. And with that being said, for the remainder of us who's to be here, will we even move to a new property they have that we don't know about, or they'll ship us somewhere else, or they'll give us a Section 8 voucher.
So okay, so and
But if not, we'll just be asked out.
so and I've actually got to watch it a few times. So yeah, she's right about that. Like they're just putting the Negroes out of their houses now. Like that's how they do it now. They got ways to get your ass out. They're building luxury condos here to replace on like yeah, like what's going on, Jared? Like they've been doing that, man. The VA is literally right there.
This would
Look at that beautiful.
That beautiful right there. They redid that Holiday Inn right there, and then right next to that wasn't there either. Publix wasn't even here. None of this was here.
Yeah, Publix is really nice. It's like really, 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 really
There's
nice.
condos on top of Publix. It's not
So,
even. Not have to really go far to the grocery store. Go downstairs and go to the grocery store.
so you
I
got,
need eggs. Let me go downstairs.
so you got to think. So that's, and so this is the fate of new America. Is yeah, they're I don't know. Like I said, like people say there's nothing going on with the Negro, but they what they fail to understand is that there is a reality. There's a
No,
rea-
my brothers and sisters, what they do is give people land. Give people
like
land and get the fuck on out the street.
so. If y'all want to know, I'm just showing y'all, and Jared is right here. I can go start up a stream. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to talk on StreamYard, but yeah, they are literally pushing the blacks out. Y'all wonder why a lot of the children have dilapidated health problems. I just showed y'all the streets and the roads. Like that is not by perchance. You're not going to tell me that these corporations they get access to millions of dollars of funding, yet they don't. But is that not a good thing for the city if the people are complaining that the crime rate is high? Why do I get rid of the problem? It's not the people, it's the environment. You asked a good question. You asked a good question. I like that, Big Cat. Now, they're saying the crime rate is high. To what areas do they say the crime rate is high to? Let's ask that. Let's start there. They say the crime rate is high. To what areas? Because if you say the crime rate is high, does that give you the right to over police it? Thank you. You're welcome. I know you asked a good question, Cat, but it's here. If the crime rates are high, if you're saying the crime rates are high, that gives me cause to tell the city council these people don't need to be here. They don't deserve to be here. Now, that woman, that's a mother. She's a highly educated woman. Her kids are in charter schools. Nah, bro. Like I'm telling you, like you literally have medical students that literally get vouchers from the like. That is a medical student walking from the Citadel to MUSC. MUSC is one of the biggest hospitals. I listen. I'm whole Gullah Geechee, bro. Like when people say, "Oh, I want to come down there to come see the Gullah Geechee," or "I want to come see where your people at," bro. They've been gentrifying the shit out of us for umpteen years. Like you know what I'm saying. And then I love it when people say, "Well, you know, what about the check? What about the check, bro?" They fucked us over with whatever checks that they said that they were going to give us. How are you going to say we're going to give you land? We give your women and children and elderly land or places to stay, right? And then you kick their asses right on out. You can't say we're going to make sure y'all get adequate living. That stuff you can pull up on doggone the government gov.com on websites. You can go ahead and pull that up on whatever talking points that people like to use, saying that the women and children ain't shit and all that other kind of nuances. But y'all don't. That's how I say some people are just disconnected from what is really happening towards certain groups. And then when you say, "Hey, well, why don't y'all just get it together?" How do you get it together? You just had it where a woman just said, "Listen, same people, the Citadel bought their buildings and is finding ways to kick them out. There is more ways to systematically remove people. Policing. Don't get the adequate resources for school buses, for transit stations. Up the amount of payment to be there. Yeah, other groups can afford it, but those who can't have to leave. And see, I don't like these mental gymnastic games I be hearing on social media when they start punching down on certain demographics, but they don't know the backstory of what's really happening. That's intellectual dishonesty. And when you say something about it, you really don't understand the war that's going on. Like I said, I actually be out here. I do. You'll never see You'll never see those white churn on that family on welfare. You'll never see them ever. Like literally, there are no white children in them black projects. There are none. I don't know how, but they never get put there. You can ask anybody who lives there. There are no white people there. There are no white people there. They're in a whole nother area. Redlining 2024. The world's leaders for the United States government go to school right there. I want y'all to understand that. I want y'all to think about that. The people that get to lead the country go to college right there. They go to college right there. How is it that you build and raise world leaders to go to school right there, but black poverty is right beside them? That's crazy, huh? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. If y'all could tell me, you can't tell me I'm making y'all like, and I know a lot of people, oh man, B.M.T, when did you become so liberal and democratic? Nah, bro, I'm not even part of y'all game. I'm not even part of y'all game. Ask Jeff, ask anybody who, most of your world leaders in the United States, they go to that school right there. The Citadel. The Citadel owns that right there, a historical landmark where they put the blacks.
People will use you as speed.
Huh?
I said people will use you as speed.
Oh, they'll just run my ass down?
Yeah.
Huh. They'll do that.
Yes, they will.
I felt that when that white woman in the Mercedes was like, I probably might take out Jarquarius.
They tried to hit me yesterday. I was on my way walking to Publix. She was in her golf cart. Instead of using her horn, she's this close to me as her golf cart.
You should have got out the way you should have got off the street for the white woman in her car.
She should have used her fucking horn and stopped being a fucking cunt.
Like I said, she was like, hey, how dare you get in the way? Were you too early for the interview?
Huh?
Too early for the interview?
No.
Did you get it or no?
Jazz is still coming. Jazz is still good.
Like I said,
She looked at me with a stink eye. Bitch, I'll beat you.
like I said, you can't make this up. How, like I said, you know what's crazy about it is, they'll say like Citadel graduates is a fraternity in itself. Oh yeah, man. Listen, them motherfuckers, they get money at the Citadel. They get a lot. I'd always wonder that, like when people say, "Hey, y'all choose to look like this," but how the hell does a Citadel get all that damn millions of dollars a month and not a dry?
The Citadel is funded by NASA. NASA, they used to be like a slave organized before, you know what I'm saying? It was all white school, no blacks allowed, no people of color, period.
Yeah, y'all crazy if y'all think the government gonna ever fix this. Like they're like, nah, bro.
I'm light skinned, so I'm gonna walk.
Like I said,
I'm light skinned, so I'm gonna walk out this shit.
if y'all think the government ever gonna fix this shit, they will never fix that. It don't matter. I could do this video right now. This video probably might even get over 100. Might get close to that. But but I do want to document it. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on, old school? I do want to document it because somebody did ask a question that this is a high criminal activity area. But let me tell y'all something that's very interesting. I can literally point out hundreds of people that have gone down into staffing agencies or look for work and can't find no work. Yet somehow, profiling is a bitch out here. Do you know how hard it is for a nigga with dreads and gold in his mouth? Bro, I get profiled every other time I drive through these streets. After a while, bro, I just like, come on, man. Oh, sorry, sir. I thought it was, dude, you pulled me over twice, bro. Ain't no way, bro. In the same week, you know what my vehicle looks like. Like, I've been profiled. That's why I try to tell y'all gotta stop saying y'all gonna try to buy back these black communities. You can't buy this shit back. No, they will not. Listen, they would rather bulldoze and burn this shit down before they give it to y'all Negroes. I'm telling y'all right now. They're gonna burn these things down and bulldoze them to try to erase what they owe you. And then they're gonna tell your ass to get your shit together with them Latino boys that live in the trailer parks. Ain't nobody taking you out no damn trailer park. Like I said, they gonna tell y'all. We see it all the time. All those people that's there taking care of the little that they have. If not, why should they pour money into that place? I'm glad you said it. So, if you pay your taxes, which these are taxpayers here, right? Majority of them have a job, you know. Now, and I get it, you're saying you wouldn't buy it. But this land here, somebody with money will gladly take these same people and move them out into the streets, and they will buy it. They do it all the time. When y'all see the Native Americans fight for, oh my God, they're trying to take our land, y'all will say that's an honorable fight. When y'all see them real redneck, hillbilly, meth addict, fentanyl people out there fighting the good fight for America, y'all say they're a good fight. When the blacks say, hey, they're taking our community and they're literally doing a Central Park to us, niggas, stop complaining. Get your shit together. Stop having black on black crime. There's no such thing as black on black crime. It's literally called crime. That's literally a weaponized weapon. I never hear people say white on white crime, Latin on Latin crime. I never hear people say that shit. But they like to say black on black. You can't make this shit up. And that's the thing about it. Like, y'all gotta understand, man, that times are changing. Like, literally, there literally was a meeting brought up that why is it that you can barely get any jobs out here? They literally brought that up. Why are the blacks struggling to get jobs out here? How the hell you got more police coming in here, but you can't get no jobs out here? That's not done by chance. That's not done. That is not done by chance. Oh, don't worry, Mike. We won't have to talk about it. You can use my video, Mike. But like I'm saying, like that's not like I said. Wait, how the hell y'all affording more police? Goddamn shit. But y'all can't afford to get the goddamn buildings bombed for infestation of roaches. Y'all can't afford to goddamn get the lead. They literally have lead in the buildings. That's a fact. They literally, actually, these buildings have been tested for lead. They ain't taking this shit out. In that case, I would buy, but buy just to let the same things continue to happen that wouldn't, that happen now. They are corporations that support your local government. Yeah. But like I said, I'm gonna do a stream. Probably gonna let people up, like I said. But I think that this is something that a lot of y'all should see. All right, peace.